Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to our channel. This is CA Prem here, and I'm here to introduce CA Prem CA and his CA journey. We often see students who clear CA CPT in first attempt, or CA IPCC in first attempt, or CA final in first attempt. But we rarely see people who clears all the stages of CA in first attempt, and Prem is one of the person who clears all the levels of CA in first attempt. So I'm here to introduce a person and his journey of CA, and this is a part 1 of video where we can see the exciting CA journey of CA Prem CA. I personally know Prem from +2 days, and it's almost 10 years of journey with him. And let us know more about Prem in this video. Hi Prem, tell me some insights about yourself.
Thank you, Praveen, for hosting such an informative session. And guys, with this particular session, we wish to ensure that this particular journey will be helpful for many CA aspirants and CA students out there. So with that, let me introduce myself. Myself, Prem CA. I'm a chartered accountant and company secretary, just like many of you all. And apart from that, I have also finished my diploma IFRS and also finished my MCom from IGNOU University. So today, I'm known for updates on this fintech to all the CA and finance fraternity. So majorly, I'll be covering updates on the blockchain and automation, which is RPA, to all the CA fraternity through my LinkedIn updates. So here in this video, I'll be sharing all my journey that I have passed through in all the phases of my CA life. So we wish this will be certainly helpful to all of you, and we recommend you to watch this entire session without skipping any part.
Yeah, Prem. With this, can you please share your initial journey of CA and what made you to choose CA after +2?
Thank you, Praveen. I hope that's the best thing to start with. So just like many of you, I also had a different dream than CA. So it's not that I'm born to become a CA. So initially my dream was to become a mechanical engineer. And the reason is that I was so fascinated to learn more about the physics and also these electronic components for that matter. So my dream would be, if at all I was given a chance, I will be choosing this mechanical engineering field. But what made me to choose CA is that it's my friend who is Suriteja. So because I follow him to the core, and I would say he is my core competitor during my school days. So my vision is like, or my understanding is like, if he is choosing something, that's the best. So I don't have any option other than to follow him. So that if I follow him, I'm sure that I'm confident that I'll be at a good position in my professional career. So with that, with his decision, I also decided that I also should do only CA, because it's my friend, it's my competitor, it's my well-wisher who is doing that. So that has turned overall my dreams. And the next day I told to my parents that I'm someone who wants to do CA, and it's my voluntary decision. So that made my parents also happy that it's me who is willing to do CA, and it's me who has already decided to do CA. So it is that scenario that has made me to opt this CA journey. And also one thing to add to this particular question, it's that we all want to be unique. It's like we don't want to do the routine courses like the BTech or any other courses for that matter. So again, that's the second factor which made me to choose a career where I don't feel more and more people will be keeping on adding. So that made me to select this particular course, which is Chartered Accountancy.
That's really a good introduction, and thanks to Surya who motivates in bringing CA to Prem to CA. And can you please share your intermediate days, Prem?
Sure. So soon after 10th, I have decided that I should go for an arts group, which is MEC in Andhra Pradesh. So with that, I have chosen this MEC group. And now, which college is the question? So here, I didn't choose any big colleges like some things we have in Vijayawada. Rather, I stuck myself to one of the best colleges which is available in my hometown, which is Pragati Junior College, Tanuku. And the best thing I got is the complete theoretical knowledge in understandable terms. It's basically like the keen teaching is something I got in my college, where they used to teach me the commerce, accountancy, economics, maths, and the other, even English for that matter, in a native language, in a Telugu language, so that I got a keen understanding of the basic concepts. And with their approach of teaching, I was fortunate enough that I got a state second rank in this MEC group for 2012 batch. Yeah. So overall, the journey is very good, where I got a clean understanding on the basic concepts of, I can say, the commerce, accountancy, English, economics, or whatever from this particular college.
Yes, that's really amazing. And yeah, now though you have chosen your CA journey, and can you please share your initial days of CA, that is CA CPT days?
Well, so It's in 2012 where I was supposed to enter into the CA CPT. I mean, as I already told, I have never been to any big colleges for that matter or any CA dedicated institutes. Rather, I'm just after finishing my plus 2 exams, I'm just continuing in my college for getting these CA CPT coaching from my again the intermediate faculty. But after say 1 week, they completely changed in my mind where they suggested me that I need to go definitely to a college or a kind of CA dedicated academy or I can say CA institute for that matter. And the justification they have told is that I should really go there so that I'll be taught of these shortcuts and the I can say the tips in qualifying all those or in answering all those CA CPT question and answers. Yeah. So with that motivation, I have made up my mind. So it's the right time to at least go to some CA dedicated institute. So there I have joined Vijayawada, which is Central Academy, which is somewhere around, I mean, somewhere in Governorpet. So that's where I have met a lot of, again, new fresh competitors, and due to meeting them, I was so dedicated, I was supposed to be dedicated because I need to compete with them, I need to get a good result out of it. Yeah, and one thing always will be there in my mind is that because I qualified plus 2, see, I mean, I got a state rank in plus 2, it's my responsibility, or even in other words I would say it's the liability on me that I should definitely pass chartered accountancy. If a person who got a plus 2 rank in intermediate is not able to qualify CA, imagine the impact it's going to create in my community. Neither of the friends, neither of the students will be choosing CA as a career because they'll be running with the thoughts that, see, there is a guy who got a rank in plus 2 and he himself is not able to do, why me, or will I be? Right, so that's the level of fear, I would say. In other words, it's there in my mind, stating that okay, I should definitely qualify this entire CA journey, not only CPT, not only IPCC, not only final, everything I should be in a position to qualify, so that I can never bring that remark to our students or the near and by whom I know. Yeah, so with that, I used to study a lot on CA CPT days as well, and as I already told, I got a very good competition who is Sai Manikanta. Sure, I'll be introducing him at the end of this particular session. Maybe I'll speak a bit about him. So due to that competition where we used to do some collaborative learning and all, I got a very good marks in CA CPT and was able to clear in the first attempt.
Yeah, that's really amazing. And now thanks to Manikanta for being a competitor in CPT days.
Great. And
as we listen, Prem secured state second in plus 2. And Prem, can you share your words on how it helps in your IPCC journey and your IPCC days as well?
Super. So since that I have qualified in CA CPT in the first attempt, I was supposed to enter within a span of just hardly 1 week, where I am supposed to select a particular institute for starting my CA IPCC. And you know, this is something, it's not so easy to decide or to stick to a particular institute. But I'm fortunate enough that due to the rank that I have got in my plus 2, which is the state second rank, I got complete sponsorship of these IPCC fees. And you know, during those days, paying a fee of 30,000, 40,000 for 9 months of CA IPCC for a well-established institutes in Vijayawada like Supervis or Masterminds is something which is not so affordable. Yeah, it's in 2012 to be precise, and even I can say that we are not, if I was given a choice, I'll never go there because of the financial limitations that we'll be having. Yeah, so but I was fortunate enough since I got a rank. A trust has offered me a sort of a complete fees concession, and they have paid the entire fees on my behalf. So what I need to do is just go learn the things, pay for my hostel fees, and clear out these particular sessions. Yeah, again one more liability. Since that they have paid for me, I should give the result for them, or else their efforts, my efforts will go waste. Yeah. So the entire 9 months of journey I have spent in Supervis, exact 9 months of CA IPCC, where I got again one more new friend, in fact a well-established, knowledgeable person who is Hari Krishna.
Oh, that's great.
So we used to share a common room and we used to read for, say, I think I can say minimum to minimum 16 hours, because you know the Supervis kind of culture where they'll make us to read, make us to write a lot of exams, or make us to do various revision sessions and all, and they used to conduct a lot of exams. So, and the fact that I acknowledge is that we need to definitely go into that particular struggle, because at the end of the day, we are the people who will be enjoying the results of that IPCC. Yeah, it's our responsibility that we need to be. I need to pass on the very first attempt, so that again I can set some benchmark on saying that okay, see, IPCC is not so difficult. If you have a wish, you can definitely do that in the first attempt. Yeah. So the entire journey has taken in Vijayawada only, where along with Hari Krishna, where we used to read, we used to create some shortcuts. So all this stuff we used to do. Yeah. And yeah, fortunate enough, I was able to crack a CA IPCC as well in the first attempt.
That's really so happy to hear. And I don't know how many of you know, but CPT is an objective-oriented exam, which is quite easy compared to all the stages. But IPCC is one of the crucial stages of every CA student,
Correct.
because it is one of the descriptive type and where we can enhance ourselves, and it's so tough during that stage in preparation.
Yeah.
And I would thank Hari being a good friend and a competitor in IPCC stages.
Correct.
Yeah.
And just to add on that, IPCC is a complete different environment that we'll be entering into, because as of now we are just done with the plus two, where we just got basics of commerce, accountancy, mercantile law for that matter, or even some sort of statistics for that matter in CPT stage. But here, once you see the IPCC complete shift, where you are introduced to strategic management, even the taxation which came out of nowhere from now.
Yes.
So entire VAT, service tax things, those days now it's GST. So to learn, understand this, it's quite difficult, and one should really require a presence of mind, the grabbing skills, so that they will be in a position to acquire those new learnings, new concepts in a short span of time.
Yeah. So, and we all know post IPCC qualification, there is a training period of 3 years. That's we call as articleship. And how you chosen that articleship and your experience in articleship?
Sure, definitely. I'd like to speak a bit on this as well. So it's like, since I qualified my CA IPCC in the first attempt, so immediately I need to run to in searching of these CA forms. And as of now, we have some very good establishment of these WhatsApp, Telegram groups, where even a CA student who has qualified IPCC is pushing with this information. Like, even the efforts once we compare with those times versus these days, it's so easy now. I mean, at least we are given the information on the websites or WhatsApp groups, forward messages and all. So that time there is no one to suggest us, okay, this is what you need to enter, or this is the form you need to choose, or this is the clients a firm should have, so that you will get a good exposure. So relatively, these suggestions, these people who have knowledge are very less. So that time I used to I went to Chennai as well, where I used to roam around at least for 10 days. I remember 10 days along with my father. I used to roam all the audit firms. I mean, in person. I used to go there. I used to give my hard copy of my resume, and I used to say that, okay, this is something at this stage I'm into, and I need some vacancy in your audit firm. And as you know, I mean, majority of the firms used to say that the vacancies have already filled, and I'm surprised many times. How can they fill on the next day of the result or the next week of the result? And it's a very big company where they're accommodating 50 to 60 article students. But yeah, things didn't go well, and that's the answer I used to get in Chennai. And after spending 10 complete days after roaming each and every street, because it's a complete the other state. Even I don't know the language, neither my father does. So we used to just roam, give the resume, and come back with the negative answers. Or some have interviewed, but due to some things I was not capable enough to get into. Yeah, so that's about the Chennai part. So after that, the next city that I have chosen is the Vizag. As you know, it's somewhat a near and a well-established city during those days, which is around 2013. So fortunately, that I got an opportunity in a audit firm, but things didn't go well there as well, because the work I expected is something that I'm not receiving from there. So again, I was made to look for any other CA firm as well, and there is certain limitation time, so that within which we need to get a enrollment.
Yes.
But again, I see the time is already running, and at the end, one more luck stuck to me. So the thing is, again, my +2 achievement. So this time I came back to my hometown, which is Tanuku, and I approached my principal in my college. So he did only one phone call to the Mrs. Brahma and Co. He knows someone in that particular audit firm, which is very well established firm, and he just made one phone call and said that, see, he's the guy who got a +2 rank. I don't know whom you are giving articles to, leaving this particular guy. Only one call, only one word, and he also assured that he is just my son. Give him an articleship a vacancy, just like you are giving to my own son. Yeah, so that's the word he has given me, that's the support he has given me. Just to introduce him, his name is Raja sir, we'll be calling. So he's the principal of this particular junior college. So with that phone call, that has changed my entire life, where I'm roaming for the last 2-3 months minimum the roads of Chennai, Vizag, or whatever the other audit firms I know. But with this one phone call, which has happened only for 2 to 3 minutes, the life has changed. The next day, they told that you are given this horticulture vacancy in Mrs. Brahma and Co. A single message, a single phone call, done. So that's where I always believe that the efforts that you have put in, definitely sooner or later,
Yes.
that depends, but you will be definitely given the good results for the efforts that you have made into. Yeah, for the achievements, you will be definitely, I can say, you will be gifted with those things in a later date stage of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. So with that phone call, with that commitment, or the the word that I got from Mrs. Brahma and Co, I was able to get into a vacancy in that particular firm. And just to let you know, Brahma and Co, which is in Tanuku, I mean, initially that was in Vijayawada, but we also had a branch in Tanuku because we have very big industries like Andhra Sugars or the other industries for that matter. So I got a very good principal who is Mr. Srinivas Rao Cherukuri. So he used to teach me all, I mean, he used to give us exposure on various audits, like the manufacturing audits, service industry audits, or the processing unit audits. So we got a very good exposure on that. And just to tell you, on this particular stage of my life as well, I got a very good friends who used to support me. Just to name a few, I think I got you, Venkatesh, I got Ayyappa, I got one more Manikanta. So these are the people whom I met. Again, I can see the competition that they are going to give me with their knowledge, skills and knowledges. If you see Praveen, he is very good in those times of bank audits, Venkatesh on stat audits, or if you see Manikanta, an expert, Manikanta and Ayyappa as well, an expert in taxation matters, where they will be looking into each and every section. So these are the set of juniors as well as seniors I got in that days. So that again, that added to my knowledge only. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good to hear these words. And I want to add a few words about this journey. And if you work hard, definitely the success will knock your door. Maybe not immediately, but definitely the success will knock your door. So don't never give up, guys, when you are pursuing your journey in CA. So really, that's amazing, Prem. And as you know, the 3 years of articleship plays a crucial role in a CA journey. Because post IPCC qualification, we have a valuable tenure of 3 years, where we are learning a lot of stuffs regarding what I can say practical knowledge wise. So that's really amazing. And yeah, here comes the crucial stage, that is CA final stage. So can you please share your words on your CA final days, Prem?
Sure. And before that, what is something I want to share is the getting a leave for CA preparation. Yeah, if you are passing that particular stage, you will be reasonably assured that you will be qualifying your CA final as well. Yeah, I think you guys will be able to relate more than me. Yeah, so getting a leaves from a CA firm, I mean, leaving those works, I mean, sometimes we are really required to support our principal auditor, but I mean, to get that particular leave for this amount of time that we really need, it's again, I can say it's a win-win scenario that you need to show to your boss so that he'll be in a very good position to grant you the leave. So the same thing happened to me as well. As I told, we used to have a very big clients or very scheduled audits where we used to not get any free time. So this is the time even I was into, and it's somewhat hard to convince my principal auditor. And there I went to him and on a fine day and told that I mean, I'm about to have an exams in say 6 to 7 months period of time. I'm not remembering exactly, but the way I convinced is that I just explained him the need of me to pursue, I mean, to finish off this particular course in the first attempt. I have explained him the entire journey of getting a rank, and this is how the people will evaluate me on this particular CA final result. So he got convinced, and I also told him the schedules that can be altered even without my presence. So with that plan, with that idea that I have shared him, or with that views I have shared him, he got convinced, and he is good enough to give me a leave so that I can again go back to my Vijayawada and I can start my CA final journey, or the preparation journey for that matter. Yeah. So things did go well that time as well, since I was able to convince and I was able to get a good boss, and he is very good enough to give me that particular so 6 to 7 months of time, and immediately I started to Vijayawada on the next day. Yeah, again soon after this. Now talking on the core CA preparation again. Unfortunately, I didn't get any scholarship this time because there will be the trust which I have mentioned in the CIPCC will be sponsoring only one time per person. Yeah, they will not be paying subsequently. So they also conveyed this message very clearly to me. So this time I'm supposed to arrange all this from my own behalf. Maybe I need to ask my parents, or maybe something, if I have saved something in the articleship, that is something I need to put. Yeah, so this time there is no some institute I opted. So rather what I did is the individual subjects, just like many of you will be doing. Yeah, so these are the academies which I have gone through, Funny Academy, even a TVR Academy for that matter. So these are the two academies which are near to Labipet, where I used to get coaching on individual subjects. So it's on us now on how we are scheduling these, attending these particular sessions. So morning FR or evening SFM, whatever available we used to take. We don't have a choice right at that stage, because you know, if you want to go it in a sequential way, of course you need to spend a more time on preparation. I mean, learning itself rather than preparation. So I don't have a choice. So whatever course or whatever session used to happen at a particular slot, I used to simply go, no matter whether it is benefiting me or whether it is I can say coming out in parallel so that I cannot go. So no such things. So SFM or coupled with any other coaching for that matter. Sometimes I used to take 3 sessions per day, 3 different subjects, overall span of 4 hours per day. So morning, afternoon, evening. Yeah. So this is the way I got these particular coachings done. And I remember the date as well. I mean, my attempt is due in May 2016, and I was fortunate enough that I got 1 extra day. You know that, February 29th, 2016. So there is 1 extra day for my preparation, and I'm at Sankranti season, which is January 15th, 2016, where I got exactly 100 days of the preparation. If you see, January 15th to May 1st, exactly on an average 90 or something, 100 days. Yeah. So this is the stage I'm into, and yes, I'm at to do my ISCA coaching. So 7 subjects are done. So I was left with 100 days of time with revision of 7 subjects, training of or coaching of 1 subject plus revision. Yeah, so this is the stage I was into. So I have calculated each and every day of my life. Okay, these many days are there, this is what I need to do, this is what the training I'm at to attend. So we got that time ISCA classes from Swapnil Patni. So again, one more very close friend got introduced to me in this particular final journey. I can say 2 people. One person is the Satish, and other person is Balaji. So both are from, I mean, one person is from Vizag, who is Balaji, the other person is from somewhere around, I'm not getting the exact name. Yeah, so these 2 people, I mean, we 3 are the roommates, and we used to plan our schedules. Okay, this is, okay, you study in that room, I study there, and I'll go to, I can say, the study hall, which is just next to my place. Yeah, of course, I need to spend 1,000 more or 1,500 per month, but I'll get a peaceful environment rather than all reading at a single room. Okay, this is the way we have planned, and I used to read close to 18 hours per day, where I used to refer all this, and myself and Satish, we used to play these ISCA videos as well parallelly. So we used to play into 2. I think some of you might be doing, some of the work from home guys are already doing that. So they'll be playing all these videos in 1.5x or 2x to complete the session. So the same thing we have done there, and with that we have completed our ISCA training and all. I think we are left with some 80 days of preparation. Yeah, so 80 days we have planned it so well that we used to get a 10 day for each subject. And we had our own preparation style. Even I had my own preparation style, where I used to go through all these preparation materials by limiting to the materials. So if you see recently, we refer to a lot of books, but that's not the case with me. I used to select only 1 book. That can be study material, that can be author book or whatever, only 1 book. So that I used to read entirely so that I'll never miss any topic. Yeah. So that's the way I have done my preparation days.
That's really wonderful, and the key takeaways is, I think you have heard that he used to prepare for 18 hours a day. So that's really a key takeaway for every student. And I also remind that Prem used to often skip his lunch too, because that is so hectic schedule, and it's not easy to manage that day, CA final days, because we have a limited time, but there are a lot of stuff to read. So, and he often used to skip his lunch during his preparation days, and because of limited time, and this shows his determination too. So I'm now excited to see the outcome of that 18 hours a day, whether it is a pass or fail. I want to listen on his own words.
Sure, Praveen. I'll definitely share that particular memorable journeys with you all. And before that, talking on the lunch or dinner aspect, so I used to limit the particular time. So the lunchtime will be for 20 minutes max, and I used to take a parcel, because rather than eating on a mess outside where you will be getting exposed to all of your friends or the TV channels that they will be playing, so rather than disturbing our mind, since I know that I have very limited time and I know the responsibility, if I don't do it now, I know my principal will definitely ask me to compensate for the extra days. That's the first thing.
Yes.
And I already told you the remark that I'll be getting if I don't pass. Like, he himself is not able to qualify CA final, then why I need to burn my hands? This will be the view of many students if I don't do that. So with that, one thing I'm very sure I should definitely do it, no matter what difficult, no matter the time limitation, no matter the other limitations of whatever. Yeah, the other academics which my friends opted are getting a good clarity on the topics, whereas I'm not getting that extent of knowledge from those institutes. Yeah, because I haven't attended those big institutes. Rather, what I'm doing is the individual coaching subjects, where if you compare, something will be less here because they'll be conducting revision classes, all those sessions and all. But here they'll be teaching. It's all on us, on how you are preparing, how you are revising, how you are preparing yourself in a examinable format or exam written format. Yeah. So onus is on me. Yeah, that's the first thing. And second thing, on the lunch aspect, yeah, as I already told you, I used to take a parcel home and just eat it, finish it off. No matter eating in our groups or going with a friend, waiting for a friend to accommodate, no. Yeah, again the same thing with dinner. Whenever I feel that I should go, I used to go. No matter that I should wait for a friend or I should wait for some other friend to go chit chat something, no. So I just used to spend 10-15 minutes max and come back. If at all possible, take rest for at least half an hour or 1 hour. At least, yeah, soon after your lunch, or else before book you'll be definitely sleeping at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock if you don't sleep after lunch. Yeah, so that's the schedule I used to follow. And one more thing I would like to share is the early morning study. This is something I have never followed in my life. I'm not sure, maybe scientifically or some other reasons, this will definitely work. I mean, reading on with an empty mind on a morning will make you grab something better. I'm not sure on this accuracy, but for me it didn't work because I know it's tomorrow, which might happen or might not happen. What if I sleep? I'll definitely lose that particular time. So I don't want to take that risk. So what is completion portion is that I used to read on the late night only. Maybe I might extend to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, but I'll sleep happily with no liability for tomorrow. Yeah, again the day will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow or 9:30, something that times. Okay, so I never had a liability or a fear that definitely I should woke up tomorrow at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Neither I never put an alarm, and that's not my cup of tea. So this is the way I have followed, and yeah, so that went well. And all the time I have written. I mean, during these days I have revised all the subjects and I have fairly given my attempt. But one thing is for sure, to my satisfaction, if you ask me, I'll not be qualifying the exam. You know the limitations, the timing, the content, the depth of this syllabus that we need to prepare with. Yeah, it's not that easy. So, okay, if at all I can pass, there is very less chance, but it's not that I'll never pass. So just to clarify, I'm only confident about the result due to my efforts, not that I have performed so well. Yeah, and just to share some of the experiences that I have gone through. During those exam days, I used to see people leaving their attempts, saying that, okay, this is not my attempt, I'm done with the first paper itself. So they used to go home or they used to prepare only for second set of exams, second group, from the first day of completing the first paper. Yeah, so this is how the scenario should be. This is how I used to see people in the, I can say, preparation study hall used to behave. So this is the fear I'm also carrying into, but only thing is I should write because I have prepared it. It doesn't make any sense that I have not written the first paper and I should not write the second paper. I should write it so that I'm not sure if the paper is easy or if I'm lucky enough, I will definitely pass, correct, because I have already put the efforts. I don't want to carry forward it. Yeah, so that's the scenario I was into. And yeah, so that way my journey of exam writing has ended, where I was confident that I made all the exams, at least I made an attempt. Yeah, so to that extent I was confident. And the only thing I used to do soon after coming to my articleship is, I need to serve certain period, so I was back to my audit form to serve the balance period after my exams. So that time I used to do calculations on the air, like, okay, if the invigilator is so good, he'll give me this mark. If he's so critical, he'll give me this mark. On an average, this will be my result. So I used to write all these permutations and combinations each day in an Excel sheet. In fact, I can say that that particular Excel file will be there still in my office server in my articleship days. So that I used to keep a log for that particular Excel file, and I used to do all these calculations. Yeah, that way the waiting period has been ended.
Yeah, that's really great to hear that. And if you keenly observe his words, and usually what we can do is after CA final exams, we just relax ourselves and we used to get away from books and all. But he's not the person who get rid of books, and he still used to study even after his CA final days, because we can't estimate ourselves, our results and all. So we can see that he used to never give up to his efforts and all. This shows the determination on studies. So just please, I used to advise each and every CA student that please don't give up, and we have a certain day of ourselves.
Right.
And with that, I used to quote that, give your best, definitely God will see the rest.
Yeah.
So we should not give up that efforts and preparation.
Correct. So now I'll be sharing you the core aspect, which is the result date or the result day. So as of now, I have spoken a lot on how the journey has happened and how the exam times has been done. So with that, we have done with the days. Now on the result day. So this is some miracle has happened. So which is something I was really passionate about, or happy to share with you all. So okay, so this is what the time I got. The 6 or 7 months, and I have given exam for all the groups. Again, many people didn't suggest me. At least they suggested me to go with the group on first or select the group to second. But in fact, going against all of them, I have written both the groups. So now what best can happen to me, or what situations can happen to me? So this used to be stuck into my mind. Maybe I'll fail totally, the extreme case, or I can say 50% case, I can fail both the groups. Yeah. And the second thing is, maybe I might qualify first group, might fail the other group, or whatever, vice versa. Or the second or the third, I can say the fourth case. Fourth case will be like I might fail totally, but I might get some exemptions. At least 1 or 2 exemptions, if at all those subjects are favorable to me. Like if I say I'm confident on some, comparatively I'm more confident on costing paper for that matter, which is a tough game during that period. But yes, I'm happy that I have written so well than others. Yeah. So these are the thoughts that are running into my mind, and that day I was in my audit form and doing some routine work. I know I'm only present, but my mind is not doing any work. Yeah. So at I think sharp 11 o'clock or something in the morning itself before lunch. So the results are out. So that time, I think, can you guess what might have happened to me out of these 4 alternatives? Failed, passed both, or failed with some exemptions, or whatever. Can you guess it? What might have happened for a guy who got only 6 to 7 months of preparation, where we all know that the preparation time is not so favorable or so accurate in other way. Yeah, I just went to these random academies for that matter to get coaching, and the revision is on me only. I have not attended any exam for that matter. None of the individual subjects will be institutes will be conducting these exams. Hardly, maybe now they are conducting, but those times it's on us only to prepare. So can you imagine what best can happen to a person like this? Okay, let me give you the options, or let me give the result as well. Yeah. So maybe you might think that 400 is the highest lucky factor that a CA guy can get. Maybe 220 plus 180 or whatever combination, both groups 400 pass. Okay, so that is something considered as a luck factor, right? The extreme luck factor, I would say. But it's not in my case, it's beyond that in my case. So let me tell you, I got 200 plus 200, and that too with no single subject exemption. Absolutely no single subject exemption, and the range is 44 to 56. You see the luck factor there. If I don't get a single mark, at least I should write 4 in a single group. Or if you consider the same in a other group as well, I should write all the 8 papers with no exemption at all. With no exemption at all. This is the scenario I was into, and this is the extreme luck that has ever happened to me. So on the result time, I'm getting a call from my father, and the web page is not yet loaded. It's just blank screen getting a progress bar. So I answer the call, and that call is minimized, and I'm able to still see the web page loading in a transparent manner. I'm not sure exactly the phone that I'm using, but this is the scenario. I'm just seeing the screen of the web page in a transparent way because I already have a call on my phone. I just see the only thing, pass, and just say that I qualified. This is my answer to my father. I qualified. Put the call. I just kept the call because I just want to see the result marks in clear, right? So that's the scenario I have been into, and that time I was in my articleship form. Doing the same work and with my same colleagues, and I have just expressed my feelings of joy. So that's the way things have happened to me, and that moment I have learned only one thing. This is something I want to share you all. Our preparation counts. It's not that our performance, it's not that our quality in writing only counts. No, our preparation efforts also counts. I'm sure that, or I'm confident that I have put so and so hours of my time in preparing that, and I pray to God that should never go waste. Only that. It's not that I have written so well, please pass me. No, I have put this much of time, please do justice only for that. I know if you ask me, I haven't written it so well. I'm not even confident about the result, but I'm confident only about the preparation, and that worked. You know, the extreme marks, and for the benefit of all of you, I'm sharing that particular mark sheet in this video description, or even in fact, if it is possible, I'll share on the screen same time as well. You can see the range of 44 to 56, getting 200 plus 200, qualified. No exemption, no failures. Yeah. So Praveen, thanks for this opportunity, and that's the core I want to share to all the CA students, so that we hope that this might help, or this might motivate some of these
CA
passionate CA learners and CA students.
Yeah, that's really so exciting journey. And you know, CA will have a unique marking system. We have a pass of 40 per subject, but we should secure on whole 50% of marks, which is so tough, and many students will face this sort of problem. And surprisingly, Prem got 200, which is just passing criteria on total group wise. He secured 200 in first group and 200 in second group. So that is so luck we call us, but luck is not a factor at all. That hard work which always pushes ourselves in a next set of category. And I really heartily congratulate Prem, and so thankful for sharing your journey. And to end this video, can you please give any suggestions or valuable inputs for the members or students who are pursuing
Sure.
CA?
Sure, Praveen. I think you already started with that suggestion. It's like luck favors if you do work. It's not that completely luck or completely hard work. No, if you do your hard work and that in preparation stage, definitely yes, luck will be favoring to you. Just like in my case, where I'm showing with you all the proofs. Yeah, so this is what something really happened to me. Only thing is, do prepare your efforts, or do put your efforts. Believe in God. If your efforts are worth for that, you'll be definitely done justice for the efforts. That's the first thing, or the first learning I would say. And there are a couple of learnings I want to share since you have asked this question. So I'll be sharing. The first thing is, if you are a person who wants to start CA, it's you who should decide. It's not that your parents has told, or someone has told you, and it's their wish so that you are entering CA. No, even though the scenario is like your father has told or your mother has told, it's you who should decide, who should be voluntarily willing to do CA, and only then choose this particular CA path. That's the first suggestion I'm going to give you. And believe me, if you are not keen or clear on this particular day one of your journey, better take your time. Don't go to CA on the day one itself. Take your time. Once you are willing, then start your preparation, and never leave that particular hope. That's the first thing I'm going to advise you. The second thing is that I think I've already covered. Do the best in your preparation, no matter what, no matter how the paper comes, how the correction comes, or how the paper checker will behave at that particular time. We don't know. Those are out of our controls. Only the thing that is in our control is the preparation and nothing else. We can't estimate what can happen. Maybe paper might be tough, the correction might be tough, or some errors in evaluation. Definitely these are prone to happen. So only thing that you can control is the preparation. Put your efforts consistently on that. That's the second thing. The third thing is that always focus on one goal. It's not that have multiple goals and CA is one of them. No. If your wish is to fulfill CA or qualify CA, only put efforts on that. Don't deviate that particular 6 months or 7 months or whatever. Even some are fortunate enough that they'll be getting 1 year time of preparation. So during those times, never focus on any other thing. Stop going to your homes, from hostels. Stop meeting your relatives, or stop even watching movies. In fact, I remember I have gone only for one movie during my days, and that too because after coaching, my friends are leaving to their homes for preparation. So just to have a memory with them, we just went for a movie, and that's the only one movie I have seen in my CA final journey. Yeah. So you need to limit certain times so that you can enjoy the rest of the time. In fact, after writing exam, the next 3 days I covered, I can say, 5 movies, staying in Vijayawada, PVR, PVP. I think many of you might be knowing this. Yeah. So I covered that time. Whatever backlogs I have, whatever movies I didn't watch, I covered that time. Yeah. So focus on the goal during those particular 6 months or 7 months or even 1 month, 1 year of that preparation time. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is the family support. It's definitely yes. For people who are focusing on CS, ensure that your family is having a good support financially. Yep. So don't struggle that. Ensure that there are no struggles from your family side, because that will certainly limit your focus on the CA final, which CA study, which is so tough. That is something which we already know. So ensure that your family is financially stable. Ensure that they are all happy. get a leave from those family responsibilities. At least don't involve too much and get your studies. Once the study is done, go back, settle all those litigations or disputes that your family might be facing. Yeah, that's the fourth thing, or the very important thing. In fact, fortunate enough that I got a very good support from my family, where they haven't disclosed me anything that has happened in those 1 year. Yeah, so ensure that particular support, or give them that particular support in your journey. And the last thing, or I can say the fifth thing, is that every day is important. You know, in my journey, I have already shared, even getting a 1 day due to that leap year concept, that's even more advantageous for you to prepare, to put in your efforts. So no matter the preparation time, every day counts. Though you have 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, every day is equally important. Prepare every day with the similar efforts that you are want to carry. It's not that someday you relax, someday you start, someday you enjoy. No, things don't go that way. Yeah, and one more thing, focus on the efforts, not on the results. Definitely results will follow once you put your efforts. And now, the most important thing I'm going to share you is identify a person or a friend who is at least equally or more knowledgeable than you, I would say. In fact, he's not a friend, he's your core competitor in the internet journey. That can be CA, CPT, CA final, IPCs, or whatever stage you are into, even the articleship. Try to find out your friends or from your peers that who is going to give you the competition, and give them your competition. It's it's amicable way. It's not that something in a horrific way or other meanings. Yeah. In this knowledge, compete among yourselves. Either you should be the first or he should be the first within you. It's not that compete with the world or compete with the entire audit team. No. Select a friend, and that to ensure that he is equally or more capable than you, so that your efforts will be on dot, and you'll never miss out the focus. And as I told, I'm fortunate enough that at each stage, that can be 10th, 12th, CACPT, IPCC, even articleship, final days, I got a lot of competitors, lot of best friends, I would say, lot of well-wishers who used to add value to me and who used to make me with a never settle attitude. So with that, these are the various things that have ever happened to me, the best positive things that can ever happen to a chartered accountant. And with that, I'm right here at this stage, completing all the levels in the first attempt. And post that, I got an offer in my L&T with the campus placements, and from there I have moved to Bahrain. There I got a very good interest on this RPA blockchain things, where I can say I do have my own website, own blog, own a YouTube channel, own course for that matter, which I have designed for chartered accountants on the robotic process automation. Everything went so well because the support I got is something so unique, and the vision with which I'm into, and the people who are supporting to that are all with me. Yeah, so these are the various things that you need to ensure as a student and as a successful professional if you are progressing in your career. So hope, Praveen, I have shared all of my entire journey in a clear and understandable manner. Even I think we haven't missed any chronology as well, for that matter.
Yeah, that's really thanks, Prem, for your valuable inputs. And definitely this video will help many CA members who are CA students who are pursuing CA course and who are willing to take a CA course. And we'll be coming with more videos on these aspects as well. So keep encouraging us. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you like the content.
Yeah, and adding to that, definitely wish you, Praveen, all the best. I mean, I know the intention behind you starting this particular series of getting these interviews from some of the chartered accountants like us. I wish you very success in this, so that, I mean, you will be reaching to wider groups, and people will be learning from these experiences, and people will be trying to focus on the task that they want to achieve. Yeah, and possible we'll be sharing the other parts of the journey, like the professional career, on how to choose a profile, how to be consistent with the achievements in your professional life, and the technologies that we need to be updated with post our qualification. I think let's put a separate session.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.